Rory Liedermeyer, is he making a comeback? The best non-pro ever? You never know. Let's see what happens.
I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
I love it.
And we're back for another live episode of After Hours with the Whack Pack. I'm Dave Palumbo, joined by I think we got everyone today, except Jimmy might be calling in a little later, but we got everyone here. We got John and Larry and Amin and Mr. G and Armand and Greg Valentino. Greg, you're confirmed for Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to Alabama.
Right.
Yep.
George, you're confirmed, right?
Yeah, Dave, can I fly out? Maybe I should fly out with you.
If you want.
We'll fly
You fly on airplanes?
What?
You fly on airplanes?
Yeah.
You always drive.
I drove there last time.
You always drive.
It's a long drive.
Didn't you used to drive to Columbus with your brother?
Let me tell you something about George. See, because George is so persistent, and he has such belief in himself that even if he's not, directly involved in something, he will show his passion. He'll show up somehow. He'll walk there if he has to. He'll drive there, and then
that's so
he
true.
wins everyone over so much so when he goes there that they want to invite him to live in their house after that.
Yes.
I think
Very endearing.
Like
very, very endearing to people.
That's why he's successful, John, because
it's why he's always got some guy. He's like,
It doesn't matter how down and out he seems.
No, he's always got George,
somehow.
you are a master talent.
George should surf there or roller skate.
No, my next thing is they're training me to be a sprinter.
Oh my
Really?
God!
Pole vaulter.
Sprint there.
Yeah.
Wait, which? A pole vaulter or a sprinter? They're two different things.
They're both
The first thing, 65 and over pole vaulter.
I was watching this guy that trains all the top runners in the world, and track and star. Track and field, and when you run, the only thing you can put 100% output with your body is 100 meters. After 100 meters, you can't run all out, and then they run flat foot like when you punch. When you punch with like 6 to time 10s your body weight. And so when you run, those runners are actually running flat foot. It's crazy. It makes like a
George,
pop.
would you ever do the slap competition, like where they slap each other?
No, never.
No,
it's not.
That's hard to watch. I think that's.
I think Larry would be good at that. Larry, you'd be good at that
watch.
competition.
I've done that before.
I think
It was a competition.
How did we know that?
I don't know if you guys remember, but I knocked out Scott Mendelson.
You did?
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't know that.
You tell that story.
With
Yeah,
the
I
slap.
did.
That was before it was an actual sport.
Yeah.
No,
tell the
that's-
story.
You just
That's
slapped the
awesome.
shit out of him, right?
He had this routine where before he'd do his max bench press, his wife would slap him in the face 3 times,
Right.
get him all riled up. So one day we show up to training and there's like 20 guys there, like 3 benches. And Marcia, his wife, she wasn't there. And he's like, Marcia's not here today. Who's going to slap me? And no one said anything. So I said, I'll do it. He goes, you can't do it. I said, why not? He goes, you don't hit hard enough. I said, no, I hit hard enough. He goes, no, you don't hit hard enough. I go, no, you never let me. He goes, I never let you. I'm like, no. And then everybody was listening and watching. And he goes, okay, you can do it. So he stands there like this, like a statue. And I hit him once with the left. And then when I came with the right, I got airborne. And right with my palm, right on this side of his, I think I got him right on the jaw. And he went straight down.
Actually, I think Larry has told
maybe that's why he's
worth
doing all
beating
that.
you.
Maybe
He
that's why
was down
he's
for a couple seconds, and then he came to and he got up, and he's like, he hit me in the ear. And his training partner goes, no, he didn't hit you in the ear. He just hit you really hard. You hear that crack all the way across the room. And I was just standing there because I thought we're gonna fight right then. And he's just staring at me, like looking at me like he wanted to kill me. And afterwards, he said, if you ever hit me that hard again, I'll kill you.
And now he's upset that you hit him hard.
Wait,
did he ever make the bench?
What's that?
Did he ever do the bench afterward?
He did it.
He did? Did he actually made it?
Yeah, he always did it.
Nice.
I told you. Mike Christian did that to one of the Barbarian brothers and knocked him out.
Did he really?
At the bench.
Oh, they were always beating the shit out of each other.
They would
Actually, I had this. I was competing in a powerlifting meet. And I was getting ready to squat, and there was this big kid, Dustin, training with us. He was like 250 pounds, about 6 foot. And I told him to slap me, and I didn't go down, but I'll tell you what, I had to stand there for a second because my head was like, whoa.
You
hit me really freaking hard.
You what? I want to see somebody survive a smack in the face from Mark Henry. That fucking guy's hands are this big. They're behind 400 and something fucking pounds. Imagine Mark Henry almost leaving the floor, like Larry said, he left the floor. Imagine that fucking with all that fucking 400 something pounds with that big fucking meat fucking hand.
Did you guys see Larry Wheels do the slap thing?
He was at my chiropractor. Like
he got knocked out, didn't he?
Yeah, he got knocked out.
He got knocked out.
Yeah.
The slap fighting, we've said this before. The slap fighting is the stupidest sport of all time.
I agree.
It's the only sport where you actually let someone hit you.
It's not a sport, Dave.
It's the dumbest thing of all time.
And you know what? As true as that is, it's becoming the most popular thing as fast as
people like to see people.
Yeah, people love violence.
That's why
they want to see tragedy. They want to see.
I guarantee you, if you had,
that's why they watch this show.
I guarantee you, if you televised,
right. Very true.
I guarantee you, if you televised executions at every state prison in the country, if you televised the execution, I guarantee you it would have the highest market share of any show on TV.
Yeah.
Can I just say that, John?
Did you hear about the race?
John, you look really
good. Did you hear about
the race? Kind of like a Running Man, remember? Remember?
Here it is.
Yeah, but that guy's like the champion. That guy, I think, with the beard, isn't he?
Yeah, Larry.
He's the Hawaiian guy.
Yeah, he's the champion.
He doesn't look like he got hit that hard.
There's a nerve. Dave, you should know
it takes 5 pounds of pressure to knock you out if you hit you in the right spot.
Yeah, but there's a nerve.
Not a lot.
Yes, the nerve. Yup.
And what happens when you get hit in the jaw? The jawbone hits that nerve, and that's what makes you go out.
Yeah, the waivers, guys. The waivers these guys must be signing have to be ironclad because there's no doubt that that's going to lead to some sort of brain injury over time.
It's just
time.
It's stupid. I mean, you're actually letting someone hit you. It's the dumbest thing of all time. There's no technique. There's no nothing to it. It's like, all right, well, how much can I endure? It's
you could get brain damage from one really good hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to see what it's like after 20 years of doing slap.
At least in MMA and boxing, you're trying to avoid being hit. That's the whole half. The idea is not getting hit.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is? If you lose
that's the skill in it, not getting hit.
You got to get hit first. You're fucked. If you're the guy that got to get hit first, whoever gets hit first it's fucked.
Not always.
I agree. I don't think it's going to last much longer. I think it's going to become illegal once they start doing the brain.
Think about it. The guy who gets hit first is at a disadvantage because he's getting hit more times than the other guy is
every time.
every time.
Every time.
They don't get paid much at all either, though. Like Scott Middleton, whatever. He's on TikTok and he's telling everybody like all this wacky stuff now, like creatine doesn't work, and he gets all these
brain damage from it. Yeah,
he gets all these fitness now on TikTok. He's like, creatine doesn't work, aminos don't work. You don't need protein powder. You don't need all this TikTok stuff. It's
all relative to what your state is. If you aminos work great if your body needs them.
I just want to say, John Romano looks good today. He's tan. He trimmed that beard and shit. He looks very good today.
Very clean.
The shirt looks nice on him and shit. He looks.
He doesn't look like a jihadist today.
Yeah, not today.
No, I'm working on it.
Well, he'd have to shave the
no,
mustache.
I finally found the right barber for my beard. It's not easy, man. You got to find a dude with a beard who's kind of gay. And if you get that combo, you'll get a good beard trim.
What about one of those guys that have a little dog in his arm, right?
I wouldn't go to him, but
usually
no, but right. I found this dude up the street, man, and he actually watches RX Muscle.
Do you hang out with him up there or no?
No, I just go and get my beard trimmed. That's all. I thought we talk about you a lot, Greg.
You better not make fun of him. He's going to give you a fucking crazy beard trim next time. So
John, give you a Dos Equis, and you're the most interesting man in the world.
There you go,
Greg. I know
you could be that guy.
I know how Greg loves Rory Ledermeyer.
I do. I thought we were going to get him on the show.
He's a good guy.
We got to get him on. He's a great guy.
Well,
he looks great for his age, guys. We didn't
he might be making a comeback. Let's watch this video he put up.
How old is he here?
It's got to be the 60s.
No. 67, 68, 69.
He looks incredible.
69. He's
almost 70.
Again,
hair too.
The hair. I was about to say, he's taking steroids, and look at the hair.
Wait, by the way, he just friggin' had a birthday, so happy birthday, Rory! If you're watching,
he's probably natural. He looks natural here.
Yeah, he is. I think he is, dude. Let me tell you something. When I was in Gold's Gym, that guy's tall too. Like for bodybuilding, he's tall. He's fucking jacked as hell. He had some fucking arms on him with the slick waist. He just looked really good. Two people impressed me the most: Victor Richards and him.
He should do the Masters Nationals at over 60. Just get his pro card, just so he can say.
Dude, he almost beat Bob Paris. I thought
he's in really good shape still.
Dude, he
posing just like he used to.
He had Bob Paris when he, for the national. It was right there. I mean, he was thicker than Bob Paris, but he has those lines. Not for nothing. His physique. You guys looking at this, you don't know. Rory was a phenomenal. Oh fuck! You know what, Joe? What's your name, Dave? I'm gonna get to fucking
losing his mind, John.
Hold on,
I know. Dave, he had some amazing abs. He had a legit 8-pack.
The first time I saw Rory, I was at a gas station in Orange County pumping gas, and he pulled in there and was pumping gas. I didn't know who he was, but I'm like, that guy has the biggest arms I've ever seen.
Look at this, 1979, Rory Ledermeyer on the cover, right there.
You still have it. You should put that on your eBay account. You probably sell
like Freddie Prince.
Let me tell you something. This does him no justice. You had to see him in person, and
his arms were massive.
1979. Only $1.75, by the way. Check that. What does that say? August.
That was a lot of money.
August 79.
August 1979.
$1.79. That was a lot of money then.
Dude,
that's like a
it kind of was.
But I'm just
did anyone see that movie Magazine Dreams or whatever it's called?
Magazine Dreams. No, I saw the trailer. I sent it to you.
No, I know you did. I know John Hansen saw it. He said it was, and I know Aman who works for me saw it. He said it's like that Joker movie. He said it's very, very depressing and depraved.
It sounds like a Reefer Madness movie.
That's what it looks like.
It's a very depressing,
melodramatic.
I think Mike O'Hearn plays like the antagonist there. He's like the Mr. Olympia, and supposedly I think they have like gay sex, the two of them, or something like that in the movie.
A gay what?
What?
Gay sex.
Does he kiss?
Oh, come on. No, dude,
I think they do or something like that.
Michael O'Hearn?
Michael O'Hearn. Well, I don't know if it's not real, but I'm just saying in the movie.
I know.
They're not real. If they're kissing, it's real. How's that not real kissing?
Here we are back at Brokeback Mountain.
Oh my God!
Didn't Jonathan Majors? Didn't they delay the film because he got like the domestic assault.
Yeah, supposedly he assaulted his girlfriend. Who knows?
Yeah.
They wanted to wait for that to go away. But it's a really. I heard it was a good performance by him, but I heard the movie was very depressing.
Yeah, but it's also about bodybuilders and steroids, and they're all like,
they always
got
like
an
anti-steroid piece.
They always have to depict bodybuilders in this.
Like mental illness because of the steroids and all that.
It sounds more like Reefer Madness movie to me because
steroids. Every person
they're vilifying steroids once again.
Like if you're Michael Herman and you're participating in this, and like it's shedding a bad light on bodybuilding, like I don't understand why you would do it.
Well,
here's how backwards we are as a society. We're now remaking steroids. We're now back to steroids. We're back to vilifying steroids.
Yeah, but it's anti-aging medicine, John.
The movie is not depicting HRT.
70s is doing.
Georgie, the movie is not depicting old guys getting on HRT. The movie is
depicting
young guys getting fucked up out of their mind on drugs and doing horrible things.
That's
steroids. Sex.
They show
steroids as opposed to what?
Greg Doucette was saying on a video the other day that Tren makes people gay. It can make you gay. Like, statement. Like he literally made that statement. Greg Doucette said, "Yeah, Tren can make you gay." A lot of people.
Is he doing a lot of Tren?
They made him gay.
Is he doing a lot of Tren?
I mean, I'm sure he did before. He probably
maybe he's looking for an excuse.
I think it can alter the mind to do like weird sexual things, but it's not going to make you gay. That makes no sense.
He's tall too, by the way.
You know what the truth is. I think that like if some people, if they let's say they want to be gay, so they make this crazy thing up, and they can say, "I turned gay because the Tren turned me gay."
Oh, come on. I turned gay.
Everything gets blamed on steroids.
There was a song called "Blame It on the Alcohol." Now it would be blamed on the Tren, right?
Blame it on the alcohol. Shit.
When in doubt, blame a drug.
Blame it on the Tren.
See, when I used to cheat on my wife, I had no excuse because I can't say like, oh, I was drunk, I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? I always wished that's the only time in my life I wish I had I used to drink, because I never drank in my life. But so that's the only time in my life I was like, fuck.
You should have said you were on Tren. You should have told her. You couldn't control yourself. That's why you had to go to the Sound Factory and hang out with the trannies. It was the Tren.
Dude, let me tell you something.
When
we were young,
totally plausible.
The Tren wasn't around like that. There was no Tren around like that. I had power bowling, which is real.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same drug, though, Greg.
Yeah, but it's not like
but the parabowling was so much smoother.
You could you can blame everything you did, all the drug dealing and everything. Just blame it on the Tren.
I would put more blame on the propionate he geezed into his arms in gigantic doses every week.
I love the propionate.
Yeah, because it made you think of all those nice gay thoughts.
I love it.
I'm trying to get Hanson on here to tell us about the movie because he watched the movie. So
that's good.
Yeah,
probably showing
he wrote a whole review of it. He said he was very disturbed after he saw the movie.
What's his streaming on?
Partying and doing training. That's all.
Yeah, Powerball was 76 milligrams an amp, but you took 2 a week. That's 150 milligrams.
Yeah, but it was like
50 milligrams of acetate.
There's no such thing as Tren. You know that shit. It's a homebrew drug. You can't go to no pharmacy in the world and
you could get.
It's a real drug. It's a real drug.
Back in France is what made. Parabone, I was busted.
Yeah, Enigma.
Right, but the Trenbolone is a real drug, right?
Yeah. Right, but you can't they don't make it in the pharmacy anymore. What pharmacy makes Trenbolone?
No,
never did. It was a cattle drug.
Right, but this fucking
shit.
Yeah, it was a cattle drug.
Yeah.
Right, you used to get the fucking pellets. Remember that shit? The cartridges.
I made gallons of it. Trust me,
right.
I know.
There you go. But what I'm saying is,
I think that the acetate makes you feel a lot different than like
because it's a shorter ester.
I could take the Parabolin, but like the Tren Ace, I can't.
The only Tren Ace that ever was available was Finaject by Horshart in England.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that was for horses, and that was an actual injectable that was made for horses. And they discontinued it because they said it was potentially carcinogenic.
Didn't they make that in France as well?
They did, but that was Parabolin.
No, but France was Parabolin.
Was coming from France.
It was Parabolin.
One of them was made in England and one of them was made in France. Finaject was, I think, France, and Finaject
I'm shocked that they use that on horses because horses, you give a horse 50 milligrams of EQ a week and it like loses its mind. You know, how you can give Trenbolone to a horse, it sounds like it's a very bad mixture.
I just care if it runs fast.
Yeah, but you know what? Trenbolone, you didn't get you didn't get no Tren cough from fucking Power Bowling.
You have to ask the horse.
What's that?
Ask the horses.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't get no Tren cough.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. I think the Finaject came from France as well.
It did.
I remember I used to get it.
So did Thialmucase. Remember that?
In a 30cc?
Yes, Thialmucase.
Yeah, it was a 30cc bottle.
Thialmucase suppositories. Remember those?
Yeah. Well, they had the injection, the suppository, and the pill, and you're supposed to take.
That was the best. It would Tricana. Remember the Tricana?
Remember those big giant glass ampules that came in?
Yep.
Huge glass tubes.
I think you guys ever see the only thing that really actually worked, right?
Round aluminum tubes of Tricana cream. You could put that on a certain area, and it literally would get rid of the fat.
Yep.
Hey, did you guys know about the crackdown in China?
No.
Yes, with the raws.
You did some kind of report on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Tell us about it, Larry.
So basically, there's 5 factories in China that were making the raws for the anabolics, and 3 of the main ones were also making fentanyl. And I guess because of whatever Trump sanctions he put on, they shut down all 3 of those factories. So there's no raws right now coming in at all, like none since November. So right now it's going to dry up really fast.
It started with the Primo. And now everybody, correctly.
No, it's not just that's what they said, but it's not just the Primo, everything.
Yeah.
There's no raws coming in at all.
That's people making UGLs though. Like my friend, he owns a pharmacy in China, and they don't send the raw powders out here for people to make. They actually send the liquid, so they just bottle it up here. So they're all good.
From a pharmacy.
They shut down all the factories there.
There's still Pakistan and India.
There's Pakistan and India.
Yeah, but the Indian stuff's not reliable. They make too much fake shit.
You got to know.
Well, you got to get a good connect, but it's going to be a source. They're going to capitalize on it.
Get it from a pharmacy, man.
Yeah, maybe at some point, but there's going to be a dry spell for a while. Watch.
Probably, yeah,
for sure. Because everyone, even India.
I want to know, Larry, where they make it here. Where is this stuff
guys? Even India.
They don't. China makes everything for the whole world.
Exactly.
Then we got to start making it here.
Yeah, start tomorrow, George.
There you go. They're not going to make it, George.
It's like making a cookie.
George, fuck the sprinting. Start making raws. That's
all you got to do is make Trenbolone. You don't even need to make anything else.
He's already a chef.
I want to know what's the raw. What are the? I'm going to find this out because I just met it last night. I met this new anti-aging doctor.
What's up, John Hansen?
What's up, guys?
What's up, John?
Hey, John. How you doing?
He was the doctor for the Olympic Russian Olympic team in the 1980s. I'm gonna have
just get.
We gotta have him on as a guest.
You're going to make Trenbolone with him?
George, just get a kilo of Trenbolone powder, dissolve it in a couple of liters of oil, and then filter it and put it in bottles and put Captain Protein on there, and you're done.
John, you have synthesize it here. We want to move all the labs to the United States.
That's right.
Everything right in America, Georgie. Come on. You got to take this from China.
With that nice American flag on the label.
Get it from George. If you
want to buy your testosterone from Captain Protein, I mean,
Captain Protein will be driving a Ferrari
company.
You guys remember when all that Steris was around? All that real good pharmaceutical stuff in the 90s. Yeah. It was like America was making it. So you had Upjohn, you had Steris, you had Sharing, all these great. And now all of a sudden it's nothing.
German.
Nothing.
Yeah, but the raws always came from China.
Always
come from China.
We're talking about making real stuff here. People training, people eating properly. People
go to a pharmacy.
George, I'm telling you, there you go.
That's what all us guys do. We're all in our 60s.
Instead of trying to master sprinting, this is a far more use of your time and energy.
How hard can it be to synthesize this stuff? It can't. It's probably super easy.
I'll find out.
You know it is. Come on, Dave. You know it's super easy to make.
We're on sarsaparilla root, right? We got to get some sarsaparilla root.
Just go to the fucking pharmacy.
John Hanson, did you ever use sarsaparilla root back in the day when they were selling it as like a precursor? You remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Smilax. Was it called Smilax?
No, they had sarsaparilla root they'd sell.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then they had this deer antler shit.
They said that this testosterone was made from sarsaparilla root, so people would buy the sarsaparilla root.
Dave, it was with the droppers. Remember?
Yeah, with the dropper. Yeah,
under the fucking tongue with that shit.
Yeah, they sold it under the name Simlax, Smilax, or
Boron.
like
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Oh, does anyone remember 1,2-RS norepinephrine or Impact 250 or old school Primavar?
Nope.
Larry?
Impact 250 sounds.
I remember hearing about Primavar. Wasn't that like one of the pro hormones that was out for a while?
Norepinephrine.
I thought it was Anavar and Primabol and put together.
Epinephrine is adrenaline. I don't know what that. I don't know what that is, but. Thank you, Ryan, for the $10 tip.
Yeah,
I'll be sure to steal.
Sorry, you got nothing for your money.
Wait, Dave, how much did that fly get?
We can get a taco in Alabama.
That's right.
Three questions, and none of us knew the answer, and he still paid $10.
Yeah.
That's a big tip.
Thanks, bro.
I remember that.
I remember it.
Hold on. Let me ask John, since we got John Hanson on here. Let me ask him, John. You saw the movie Magazine Dreams.
Yeah.
I was telling everyone how everyone who's seen it has told me it was a very depressing, depraved type movie. What was your overall impression of it?
I thought the performance by that Jonathan Majors was really, really good. I mean, it was an amazing performance. But he plays a very disturbed individual, kind of like Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver. He wants to be a bodybuilder. He wants to be recognized in the world. And he figures the best way to do that is to go into competitions and be on a magazine cover. And he idolizes Michael Hearn's character because
Blackman must have promised him a cover, John. That must be what it is.
That's how it's prompted the whole movie.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really figure out when the movie takes place because the magazines are dead.
Right.
So it's got to be at least 10 years old. And then he writes letters to O'Hearn's character. He doesn't email him or message him.
Maybe it's from the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
So there's no social media. No social media
on the YouTube channel. He's got a YouTube channel and he's making videos for his YouTube channel.
Oh, that's weird. He's got a YouTube channel, but the's only magazines. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
And he's handwriting letters.
His YouTube channel, there's definitely email.
When you do a movie about like a time period, you have to be consistent. You can't have what they call anachronism. What I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of really off the way. Now, I heard, is it true that there was like him and Michael Hearn have like gay sex in some scene or something like that?
Yeah, spoiler. Yeah, they sleep together at the end of the movie.
Jesus,
kind of weird.
Thanks for telling us.
Like how bad?
Yeah. What did they?
Why?
That made me not want to see the movie.
We got
John,
we got Jimmy.
Why is that in there? Why is that in there? What's the point of that?
Well, he's the idol that he looks up to, so he's writing him letters throughout the whole movie, and he's never getting an answer. He never gets an answer back. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the movie, like when he's ready to give up on bodybuilding, Michael Hearn's character calls him and says, "Hey, I'm going to be in your area. Come by. Maybe we can meet." And he comes over, and then he, propositions him. And the next scene, they're getting out of bed together.
That's
it's not as bad as Brokeback Mountain
in the movie.
Did they show anything though, John?
No.
It's like implied. It's implied.
Yeah,
Dude, it's total bodybuilding.
Yeah, but using Brokeback Mountain as a gauge, how close?
there was no scenes. It was just they woke
Brokeback
up
Jim.
bed.
How about that?
They have to sully bodybuilding as much as possible. It's not enough that the drugs and the other stuff.
No,
they gotta make it like, oh, they're gay too. On top of that.
So if you lift weights, you'll turn gay.
No, it's from taking Tren.
The guy who the movie's about he's a disturbed guy. So he's just a bodybuilder. He could have been in anything. He could have been any sport or done anything. But yeah, they pick bodybuilding and then they make the sport look bad because he's the one that's doing it, and they don't really show much about the sport except for, that other scene. They do have a competition in there.
Right.
Breon Ansley's in it. I think Brendan Hendrickson's in it. Danny Hester was in it.
Danny Hester, right? Yeah.
But they're
mostly did that in his real life, though.
What's that?
Do you think Michael Hearn that was experiences in his real life? That's why he wanted to do it in the movie.
No, it wasn't his idea.
No, I'm teasing, guys.
He's
Joe.
I like
It's a joke.
Let me ask you guys a legitimate question. Let's say you're trying to be an actor, you want to get in Hollywood, and you said, listen, you got to do this scene. It's a gay scene. You got to kiss another guy. But, you're probably going to get a lot of other parts in this. This is going to be your introduction into the Hollywood scene. Would you do it?
No.
No.
So you'd say, no, I'm not going to be a star.
Greg, back up. You're the one who says you're going to blow everybody for $50. And now you're getting a movie career and you're not doing it?
No.
It's only a shtick for Greg. Greg doesn't.
Me and Joey Steinfeld, who's a top powerlifter, back in like 1981, 82, auditioned for a movie like that. And they wanted us to do, there was gay shit in the movie. And we both said no. And
what's the difference between kissing a trainee and a trainee?
But you weren't trying to be an actor, really,
No. It was just a part in the movie. But it was like, we didn't know it. It was like, there's a lot, it was gay scenes. Like there was like fighting and shit. And then like,
but let's say you wanted to be an actor as your career.
No, I couldn't do that shit. What do you do?
Well, it's not real, Greg. You're acting. It's an act. You just.
Well, wait a minute. How?
It's not real.
Banging a tranny at Sound Factory is okay.
How much does it take?
For free.
What's the difference between a tranny, Greg?
For free
What's the
dude, the trannies at the Sound Factory look hotter than most of the chicks.
No, it's a guy, though. It's still a guy.
Now you're validating it.
Wait.
It's a guy, though.
He's rationalizing.
He's quantifying.
The one that King Kamali tried to hook me up with was fucking hot. She's Asian. You would never fucking know in a million years. Get Kamali on the show. We'll talk.
I know, but I was gonna say that. Yeah, come on,
dude. I would have fucking cracked it right in the can.
Yeah.
Cracked it right in the can. And
he was cracking some guy in the can, but he won't have a makeout scene.
Exactly. An entire movie career weighs in the balance of a kiss, and it's like, no, absolutely not. I'm too macho. But
you'll eat a tranny's asshole.
Right.
Eat a tranny's asshole, but not their lips.
Yeah, right.
You know what they say? Assholes have no gender. Lips have no gender.
Yeah. So then why are you having a problem with this?
No, wait, listen. No, because
that's why you like hot dogs.
I'm not doing no gay scene. Dudes are fucking gross, bro.
It's more of an implied scene than it's a real scene, I'm sure.
No. In Greg's case, it has to be the case.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. In defense of Michael Hearn, I would have done that scene because he wasn't really fucking him. The shit that they wanted me and Joey Steinfeld to do was fucking legitimate fucking gay shit. No, I would have done. Wait, listen.
Because you were doing like some weird, porn movie. That's why I'm talking about Hollywood movies.
No, but the one that Michael Hearn did, I would have done the same thing.
So you would have done it. Okay.
Okay. Let's take that a step further. What if you were in the movie with Michael Hearn?
Right.
Okay.
Dude, I would have done the fucking same thing. Michael Hearn. Listen, Michael Hearn is married to. I'm friends with Mona Morse. I knew her probably before him. She's a great girl. She's beautiful, Mona. I used to go to her steakhouse, Nebraska Steakhouse. I used to go to Rodney Roller, Carlo Filippone, all those guys. We used to eat there all the time. She's a great girl. I know Michael Hearn is a great guy, and I believe he's natural. So I know you guys don't want to fucking hear that.
Come on, get out of here, dude.
Yeah. No, I talked to Lee Priest about it, Bob Bonham, who knew him very well, and they both told me. I believe Michael Hearn.
He naturally looks incredible.
But, you believe he never took a hormone in his life?
No, I don't know. I don't think he's on.
Look, Mike's not gay. He just wants to get into Hollywood as an actor. So all I'm saying is, if you guys had the opportunity to, and that was one of your goals,
he wasn't really into bed, fucking, doing. That's a scene.
This is the longest.
It's implied though. It's on the movie. So even though you're not doing anything, it's an implied scene.
But he's not really doing it. You really think that he thought like, wow, I got a beautiful wife at home and kid and everything like that, but I'm gonna go get it. I got it. You think he got a hard on in there? No.
No, you don't run Decca.
I'm just asking.
No, you don't run Decca into a show. No,
I would have done it 100%. I would have done it. You know what I'm saying?
So Don, would you recommend that movie or not recommend that movie?
It's a tough watch. It's hard to. It's quite interesting. It's this guy, like I say, he does a tremendous job with his acting, but it's a really hard character to watch. It's like a train wreck. You don't know what's going to happen.
What's the point of the movie, though? What's the point of the movie? Were they trying to show bodybuilding in a certain light, or what's the?
No, I don't think it was really about bodybuilding. I think it was more about this guy. It was just more of a character study about this guy who's just
an obsession.
He's just got lots of problems. He had a bad upbringing. His parents killed each other, and he's all messed up. He's very violent. You don't know what, but the acting is incredible. The guy is an amazing actor.
So they got violence, steroids, gay stuff, and the whole and mentally disturbed. That fits pretty much most of us on this fucking.
They showed
that was my problem with the movie, Greg, was that they have to show bodybuilding again in a negative light. Why can't they ever show? Why can't it just be a normal person?
I agree.
Normal person ready for the contest,
like a normal athlete.
Show some of the positive aspects.
Yeah,
like the camaraderie in the gym or the camaraderie at the competition.
We need to make a movie.
It wasn't
a guy like you, John.
The people that run Hollywood want to justify their shit. That's why.
Right, exactly. They're woke. They want you to be.
They're that
in there.
They want to justify that stuff because they're all about that.
And they want to take a masculine thing and they want to demasculinize it.
John, do you think? John, let me ask you. John, did you think? I thought Mike Arn. I would have done the same thing, Mike Arn. You don't think that was? Do you? I mean, obviously, you get disturbed seeing that shit, but I mean, he's not, he didn't do anything. Would you have done that part if they asked you? You would have done it, right? No?
No? I don't know.
Wow.
Go along with him.
Wait, listen, but let me tell you something.
Some people that's selling out. Like if you do something like that.
Now Greg's all advocating for it.
Exactly.
He's advocating for it.
Before what they made it do was legit. That's not legit, Mike.
Because of that long road to yes that you gave us a little while ago.
Yeah. No, but wait a minute. That's a role Mike was playing. He's not.
That's why I'm saying it's just a role. It's not real.
He wasn't in there really.
It wasn't real. It was just that was what he had to do.
Right, but the thing they wanted me and Joey Steinfeld was legit. I was like, fuck that, bro.
It seems like, though, they like to take masculine men. Like they did it with The Rock. Remember when The Rock got into movies? He was in that movie, the sequel to Get Shorty. Remember?
Yeah.
Quincy Taylor was in that movie, too. What was it called?
Yeah.
He played a gay guy. It's like it's almost like The Rock.
Yeah. You just shattered Georgie's world.
Yeah. They do that with a lot of actors. It's like they almost want to get like something on you. They have like something like in a compromised position. Like they make you do something uncomfortable before they allow you to be a star. I don't know why.
You have to have a morality. You have to have a choice. You have to stand up for something. What's the difference?
Pull that picture, Sid, if you can find it of The Rock. He's in the dress.
Promoting gayness. I'm not promoting it.
But it's like a Hollywood thing. It's like they always
wait.
Wait
a minute. The key part of our whole show. Did you just say gayness?
Yes, he did.
He said gayness.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not promoting gayness. That's not a word, John?
Hollywood is full of gayness.
John, you're a writer. That's not a word.
That's not a word.
It's a euphemism. It's a
euphemism.
It's a Captain Protein word.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? It is. You're right.
It describes Hollywood, John.
Yeah. They have a movie like John Hanson, a guy who competes. John, how old are you? You're in your 60s, right?
Yeah, 62.
God bless you, John.
Training his whole life.
God bless you.
Have you turned pro yet, or are you trying to get your pro card?
No, I haven't turned pro yet. I might do a national level master show this year.
Yeah, but to show someone trained their whole life, successful in life and family and business and stuff like that, that's the way to show something.
That's the way to show. Yeah, I mean, I wish they would have showed.
That's what it's about.
I wrote a newsletter that I have for my podcast, and I wrote about. I couldn't remember the last time a bodybuilder was portrayed as a normal person. I had to go all the way back to 1976 when Arnold was Joe Santos in Stay Hungry.
Yeah.
He played a regular guy. He was a bodybuilder, but he was a regular guy. He had like hopes and dreams and fears. He wasn't a freak. He wasn't.
What about when he played Mickey?
He was a regular. He was an athlete. Just that he was
played Mickey Haggerty. He played Mickey Haggerty, who was like Mr. America. Remember?
Yeah.
He played Mickey Haggerty.
Lonnie Anderson played
Lonnie Anderson. Yeah.
Hercules Goes Bananas or something.
Dude, do you know? Wait, by the way, little side note here. Do you guys know who Mickey Haggerty and his and he married Jane Mansfield and had a baby.
Right.
Do you know who that baby is?
Marissa Haggerty.
Right.
Yeah. That's
He's on CSI.
Law and Order.
Law and Order. Right. Law and Order.
The woman cop on Law and Order. The one
right.
that's, the main character. That's Mickey Haggerty.
That's their daughter. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's and Jane Mansfield, bro. That she was a sex symbol. Jane Mansfield.
Well, that's why Lonnie Anderson played her in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Look,
She was
I feel like Paul Lynn in Hollywood Squares. I'm
Paul Lynn. Wait.
Paul Lynn.
Let's go to Paul
Hey,
Lynn
no,
first.
Paul Lynn's gay. I'm not Paul Lynn.
Dude, you're talking about
I'm just imagining his new cookie wrapper that says "We support gayness."
Oh shit!
With a rainbow on it.
I think right with a rainbow. Exactly.
Probably saw a lot of them. He could put it in
Awesome.
he could put it in the shape of a
rainbow.
penis too, John.
He what?
He could put it in the shape of a penis. You know, he could sell it.
There you go.
Weird
Hey,
cookie.
brilliant.
They stole the rainbow.
George, you should get
Taking
that
the
raw
rainbow back.
testosterone. Put that shit in a cookie.
Yep.
You could have different colored ones
How
for like
about
brown
Isn't
ones,
it
the white ones,
unbelievable?
Wait, hey Dave, you get
yellow ones.
George makes a dick cookie, right? It's got testosterone in it. So eat a dick and get your testosterone levels up.
You know,
Put some
every
trenbolone in
single
there.
show.
Put the
Dave,
trenbolone in there. It'll be the #1 selling
That's what I'm
cookie.
saying.
Dave, every show, so far, every single show, we have given Georgie unbelievable big money making ideas.
Yes.
He doesn't take any of them.
He doesn't need the money, obviously, John. He must be independently wealthy. I don't know.
Last week, we every week we give him,
You know why? Because George
He's
is
well
like
off.
Jeff. George is like Jeff Spicoli in that movie. All I need is a strong wave and a cool breeze.
Right.
Remember?
That was the Ridge Run High.
Fast Time. Sean Penn in Fast Time. I hate that motherfucker. Sean Penn in the movie Fast Time. All I need is a strong breeze. Wait, a cool wave and a strong breeze. And it's I said that backwards. Strong wave and a cool breeze. I'm fucked up. Don't listen to me. I'm fucked up. What the fuck do I know?
Fast Time at Richmond High when he orders a pizza
To the class.
That would be me.
Mr. Hand.
Mr. Hand.
My
Yeah.
time
Mr.
or
Hand.
your time? Then it's
So,
my time.
John,
That would be me.
John, do you get a sort of a overtone of steroid negativity to this? How much of a role were drugs?
Oh yeah, he was. They show him shooting up steroids and doing coke before he worked out.
Of course, they have to throw the recreational.
So they got to
drugs.
realize.
Doing steroids is not bad enough. You got to get out.
And there's
of
a
the hole,
scene.
too.
There's a scene where he gets into a car accident, so he ends up in the hospital, and the doctor says you got all these liver tumors.
Oh my God! They had to throw everything
Take
in
them
there.
out right away.
Everything in the kitchen
So it's
sink.
kind of
together.
like reefer madnessy kind of.
Did he have a girl?
It
Did he have
was.
a girl in it, or did you ever see him with a girl?
He tried to
Michael
go on a
Hurd.
date, and it was a disaster.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's even worse.
What the hell?
Probably
Yeah,
had
but
a
wait a
strip
minute.
one in the
Wait a minute,
bathroom.
though. I
Yeah,
gotta
that's why.
tell you something though. It's true though with all those fucking bodybuilders. When I was in Sound Factory, all they were doing was passing around ecstasy and all that shit. All the bodybuilders, so nothing.
Yeah, but Greg, that's like 10 people. That's not the whole bodybuilding
that's
world.
No, but it was a pretty
And
fucking.
that's like
it was
on a
pretty good
weekend.
lineup,
That's
though.
like a weekend too. I mean, look at alcohol. Alcohol is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
I mean, really, like alcohol is terrible for you.
Awful.
Dude, I don't.
But
turns
it's
to
okay to
ethanol.
everybody. Yeah, it's okay. Everybody, if everybody's drinking.
Most
Oh,
bodybuilders
by
do
the
not
way-
do recreational drugs, Greg. You know that.
Yeah,
No,
there-
I know
there was
that. It's just funny how they were all fucking lit,
was
including
a
one
movie
of
last
Mr.
year.
Olympia, including one of the Mr. Olympias.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah,
Trump-
but he wasn't competing anymore. That person that you're talking about.
No, he wasn't, and he looked like he wasn't. Looked like he didn't touch a weight.
There was
But,
a movie last year. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was called Love Lies Bleeding, and it was with Kristen Stewart, I think.
I love
Oh,
it.
the girls bodybuilder movie. I
Yeah.
thought that was good. That was
He meets
well
this
done.
girl she meets a girl who's a bodybuilder, and
Yes.
she's on her way to Las Vegas to compete in a women's bodybuilding show.
I
And this
saw it.
was in the early 1980s. So I go,
Yeah.
this is going to be interesting. I want to see how they portray women's bodybuilding in the early 1980s when it first started. And Kristen Stewart's character right away starts injecting her with steroids. This
Yeah.
was hilarious. She was literally morphing into a muscular person. Like after the first shot, like her veins are popping out.
Hey, it was overdone. It was
Her
overdone.
whole skin was ripping. It was a joke.
It was like the Incredible Hulk.
Real, when people
It's
see
like the
it,
Toxic
they know
Avenger.
what bodybuilding is.
Dude, she used to be hot. By the way, you know who the Toxic Avenger was, right?
Yeah,
It's
Rick
my boy
Collins.
Rick Collins.
Yeah, Rick Collins.
They filmed that at my gym. My gym.
He wasn't the Toxic Avenger. I believe he was the another character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also filled in with did some of the Toxic Avengers. I'm telling you, Rick Collins they filmed that at my gym. My gym's in the credits.
Really?
I had a bunch of Greg. I had a bunch of people over my house to watch that, and they flipped out. In fact, Vinny Hansen. I put it on. There was like 4 couples there. Within 2 minutes, said, "Turn it off! Turn it off! I can't take it." So put the guy's head in a blender, right? Remember that part?
I forgot that. Yeah.
Dude,
it takes a guy's head and puts it. It was like a XXX horror film. Puts a guy's head in a blender.
You know what's funny though? They filmed that at my gym. The whole crew would come to my gym after they filmed. Ask Rick Collins, he'll tell you. One of them guys took a shit. It was so bad it smelled all the way out in the fucking.
Maybe he's the Toxic Avenger.
It was a toxic shit.
How apropos.
Yeah.
It was a toxic shit.
Toxic shit.
That was the 1980s, bro. It was like the first one.
Were they doing blow in your bathroom?
What happened?
Was the cast of the movie doing blow in your bathroom?
Nah, they were all good guys, bro. Rick, that was before Rick Collins was even he was an actor before he was he was a lawyer. Ask him. Rick's my boy. I love Rick Collins. I know him a long time.
Rick is in great shape too. He's in
Lee wants to know if was the producer a good guy too?
Wait a minute. Is that really Lee, or is that this fucking Momo that's been making believe?
Nah.
I think
that's
really Lee.
Peace my way. It's wait.
Yeah, but there's a guy who comes in at the same.
He's added other stuff there.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
No, Lee. Lee's Lee my way.
That's Lee.
It's effing basic.
That's me, Lee. Tell me it's you.
So, John, what do you think this film's going to go? Are people going to watch it, or is it just going to be
I don't think so. They were, it was supposed to be released like 2 years ago, and then like I think Armand mentioned, he had the domestic issues, and then they dropped it. It was at Sundance Film Festival 2 years ago, and it was getting really good reviews from people. Some of the critics were a little back and forth on the movie, but everybody praised this guy's performance. And they said he was probably going to get nominated for an Academy Award. And then after he had the domestic abuse scandal, they dropped it. They dropped the movie. It didn't look like it was going to get released. And then it came out again. Now, it got picked up by another production company.
So how old is the film? Like when was it actually shot?
I think it was shot in 22.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Michael Hearn goes to my one of my good friends. She owns like a med spa in Dallas. So whenever he's in Dallas, he goes there and she does like Botox and fillers and lasers for him. And so she messaged me the other day about the film. She's like, "Have you seen this film?" and sent it to me. I was like, "No, I didn't even know what the film was." And she's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, you know why the critics liked it? Because they're all fucking woke. They love the gay shit. They love to see bodybuilding. Yeah. They love seeing masculinity. See, that's why you shouldn't be masculine. Because dudes are beating dudes up. He's got fucking psycho rage and shit.
Yeah.
That's not true. How many fucking times bodybuilders go off? It's
a terrible portrayal, I think. of bodybuilding.
By the way, a bio on Michael Hearn. He has a great story.
Lee confirmed it is him.
Okay, so good. All right, Lee, what's up, my brother?
Get him on, Dave. Get him on. Then this way we have 9 squares.
All right.
Hollywood Squares.
No, we can do TikTok. Yeah.
Hollywood Squares.
I'll send him the link.
And George,
probably really
and I'm yes, right.
I want to be Tony Randall. I need sunglasses.
Oh God.
To answer your question, John, I think he might get like award consideration, but that's a year away. But I think
like the movie The Wrestler. It's like The Wrestler. They try to do something similar to that.
But The Wrestler was a great movie.
Oh, I thought
The Wrestler was doing pain meds and all that stuff, and he dies at the end. I mean, it's just it was depressing. But Mickey Rourke was like a tour de force for him, in terms of acting.
Oh,
that's why Jonathan Majors did the movie. I don't think Jonathan Majors really was probably trying to do a movie that's anti-bodybuilding. He wanted to take a role that put him into a very uncomfortable position. I think that's why he did the movie.
Yeah, but I'm glad they gave it to Michael Hearn.
Ronnie Coleman said that he thought that Jonathan Majors actually could be a real, if he had dedicated himself, could be a real professional bodybuilder. Though he did go on the record to say that.
He had a good upper body. No legs.
They're friends, I think.
Yeah, but he's too small.
Yeah.
Well, he trained for 16 weeks for the movie, probably. No. Imagine if he was doing this, as a full-time, career. He might have the genetic for it. Put a lot of muscle on. And
the Tren won't hurt him.
No.
Hey, same thing happened to wrestling.
At the when he goes to the award show, they were like, "Did you do any trend for this movie?" The movie.
Oh, there's Ronnie.
They're friends. What do you think he took for the movie? What drugs do you think he was on?
Probably growth.
He's not that big.
Other shit.
No, he wasn't.
Test and GAs.
That's how he did the gay scene, right?
Yeah.
We had to take Tren for that.
Yeah. The trend made him gay, so
Tren made him
You got
gay.
to take Tren for that one.
I wonder if Ronnie trained him.
Oh, there we go. We got this full. We got the full.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Full
No,
house.
Ronnie don't train people.
He does.
Hold on.
There he is.
There he is.
Oh,
Yo.
it's
He's
really
still in
Lee.
bed.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Lee.
Morning, Lee.
How are you, Lee?
How's your eye? Lee, how's
Good.
your eye doing?
Good for 4 a.m. I'm doing good, thank you.
How's your eyeball? How's your eyeball doing? How's your eye? Can you see?
Looks like I'm looking through water, but
Can you give us an update on all your medical problems? Because I fell behind a few of them.
Speaking of that, I got a
had the eye done the other day.
What'd they do?
Looks like they took it out.
Put a piggyback lens on top of my other lens,
Okay.
and then I stepped on a piece of metal the other day, and it cut right through to my shin. I had to get a tetanus shot yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
That's still bleeding. Maybe I need stitches, but fuck it.
No.
Duct tape is good.
I went and had the ultrasound on the heart.
How did that go?
Before it was 54%, then it went down to 47%. Now it's back up to 48%.
Wow. It'll change too. You know what? You should just take some Tren, but it might make you gay. But it'll fix it.
I see it makes you gay and black.
Or
Never
black
call
and
me
gay.
Sean Ray.
I think someone should make someone should make a movie of just Lee Priest's life. That would be better than the Jonathan Majors magazine dreams.
Especially when he puts his dick
You
on
can call
it.
it Blackman's dreams, John.
They already did. They already did.
Wet
It's on
dreams.
every,
Hey, then you can call it wet dreams.
Wet dreams.
they did make a movie. It's on every Saturday. It's called the Looney Tunes cartoon. Well, I'm going to let you go because I got chores to do this hour.
Oh, don't go yet. I want to go to Paul Lynn for the block.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Paul,
this is more like the Brady
Paul.
Bunch. Hey, look. Actually, Mr. G is Alice in the middle of the Brady Bunch.
No, he's
Oh,
Paul
yeah?
Lynn.
Oh, Alice was in the middle? Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Paul Lynn, true or false? A Trenbolone makes you gay.
False.
Well, you got to make
No,
a.
you gotta do a gay joke first.
You got to make
What?
a corny joke
You
first.
got to make a corny gay joke first.
Yeah.
Paul Lynn always started with a joke.
Yes, and it was always gay. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you know?
No,
how do you-
it doesn't. It doesn't cause gayness. The answer is no.
I got the answer. How do you know if you had a gay barbecue?
oh,
The sausages taste like shit.
Larry, true or false? Is Paul Lynn right?
You know, there's half of our audience has no fucking clue what you're talking about. They're
None of you had to agree or disagree with it.
That's
You
just
gotta
we're
agree or
fucking
disagree.
old, bro. We're
Greg,
fucking
half.
old.
It's more like a tenth.
I heard that about somebody said that about nandrolone compounds, but I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Greg
I
said
just saw
that.
I just saw that too. Someone posted that Decker was something and like,
Yeah.
Probably because they got
Is
Decker
it black
they
then?
thought they were gay.
The funny thing is, I love how, like, in today's day and age, John, they come up with these new things that, like, steroids have been around for like 60 years now. Guys have been using
More
them,
than that.
and all of a sudden, people think they're discovering stuff that has never been discovered about
Well,
them.
Gabe's been around longer than steroids.
Yes.
True.
What has?
Like with equipoise, they said like it causes anxiety. All these kids are
Yeah,
like,
but you know-
"Oh, equipoise causes anxiety." I was like, I've never heard that in my life. When I take equipoise, I never even feel anything.
Dude, I used to
And
take
Armand,
a
these
jog.
people are taking pre-workout, which has caffeine, which
Right.
causes anxiety.
Right.
Right. Yeah, all these kids are like, "Oh, I
I
can't
mean, you
take
meant
equipoise. It
gayness
causes
to you.
anxiety."
Dude, I
They
used to
just make
take a
shit up.
jug of
Kids run with
equipoise a
it.
week. I never got no fucking anxiety. I used to take
No,
a
they
fucking
just make it
cannabis.
up.
I think equipoise is the most well tolerated drug of anything.
I love
It is,
equipoise.
yeah.
Equipoise and Primo.
I felt like a savage on that, all that stuff.
But then they take Tren. But then they take Tren. And it's like,
dude, you know what's funny?
They don't just take Tren. They're taking like over 500 a week.
Dave,
yeah.
Dave, I do like a CC like 5 days a week. You're crazy. It's
they do like a C, 1 ml a day at least. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, I just did a video on I put on my Instagram because every time I go to the gym, there's young kids there and shit, and they ask me, questions. And the first thing they ask me is, like, what would be a great first cycle? I'm like, dude, you're like 17 years old. Bro, when I was your age, I couldn't wait for my parents to leave the house so I could beat off. You know what I'm saying? My testosterone was kicking. You don't need no testosterone. Go watch OnlyFans or some porn.
Greg, you know what? I'm gonna in support of these kids that are asking this. I believe that today the kids' natural testosterone are so much lower than when we were kids because of all the crap that's in the food, the poly.
Yeah, but Dave, you know what? When they would ask
estrogens,
tell them forget about
these guys have no testosterone anymore.
It's true. It's true. I get blood work all the time.
Population is what they've done.
Wait a minute.
I get blood work, Greg. I get blood work all the time from clients that are young, like 18, 19.
They have no testosterone.
Never did SARMs. Their testosterone's like 300, 200, 400.
It's low. It's the 70s. Yeah. From the 70s, they say it's gone down like between 1% and 10% every year. Or something like that.
Listen,
I feel bad for them though because they don't have that. In high school, like Greg was saying, like you're beating it 24/7. They're not like that. It's like it sucks. They don't have that natural testosterone production that we all did.
Yeah, but you know what they would say to me?
Wait, he has a question.
I just had a question for Dave. Hey, Dave, do you think it's weird that I'm going on that Kylie Kelsey podcast? Who's married to Jason. And her last guest was Michelle Obama. She's going from Michelle Obama to me.
I love it. I was going to ask you how that happened. How did that come about?
I don't know. I just got an email. They emailed to Sam's Fitness and they forwarded it to me and said they'd like me on as a guest because her brother's still dating Taylor Swift. So I better not wear my I Hate Taylor Swift t-shirt on the show.
You should.
Lee, are they aware
that's really you.
Aware of like what the stuff that you say and do?
They mustn't be because they just had.
Not.
I saw a podcast the other day where last week she had more viewers than Joe Rogan on one show. So I'm thinking,
oh wow,
I never
this could be her last podcast once I go on.
She must have needed a fill-in or something like that, Lee.
Who the fuck is this
Joe
person?
Rogan and Michelle Obama, and then she went to you. Nothing away from you, but
That's a natural progression.
I hear they were supposed to get George Bush on, and he backed out.
What do they want to talk about, Lee? What are they wanting to talk about, Lee? Bodybuilding?
I think bodybuilding and just how it's changed over the years. They gave a few points, but you know me, it always goes off track. But here's the big news, Greg. They pay you to go. They pay you to go on.
Oh, there you go.
How much?
Oh, you get paid, Lee?
Union.
Yeah, no tips here.
You mean more than just your?
How much are they paying you?
Yeah,
I'd say in Australian dollars, it'll be over 3,000.
Oh wow!
Whoa!
Awesome.
Holy shit!
I'm getting off of you.
But in American dollars, it's like 12.
I'm going to send you an invoice for 200. How long was I on here?
I got to tell you, I think they're confusing Lee with someone else. There's a funny story. Remember, I think John, you might have told me the story. Troy Moore booked 20 years ago, booked a seminar in Australia. They flew him in. The problem was that they thought that Troy Moore was Troy Zucolato.
Oh shit!
And when Troy got there, they're like, "Who are you?"
It happened with Jay Cutler before.
He's the shortest bodybuilder in the world. Troy is the shortest bodybuilder in the world.
Troy's a good guy.
It happened with Jay Cutler before too, with the football player. Yeah, they got a hold of him. And they were talking to his
I got to
manager Matt or whatever.
Good seeing you all. Have a great evening. Great.
Bye, Lee. I love you,
buddy.
Bye, Lee.
All right.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Thanks for joining us.
See you in Alabama, Lee.
Welcome to the interview. Yeah.
Is Lee going to Alabama, Dave?
No.
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 He's got to be because he's far, man. He's got to drive. Last year he went because he was already in the States.
Yeah, he's got to drive for days.
No, he actually flew back and forth last year. He did.
Yeah, but he was in Nashville first, so he could have gone over there. But he doesn't want to come up from Australia. That's
it's a long flight.
That's like 26 hours, he told me. And then he drives like 2 or 3 hours just from where he lives to the airport.
Jimmy the Bull had committed to going, and then he got mad at me the other day because I didn't call him back right away. And then he was supposed to call me back. He's like, "Tell him, Michelle, I'm not going." I'm like, "What is it? Stop being a baby." I said, I was recording something. I'm like, it's like, and so he's like, "You didn't send me the link last week." I said, we do the show every fucking Tuesday at 12 noon. I said, if you don't get a link from me, then text me and say, "Where's the link?" Or I send you a link every week. You never come on the show. And the 1 week I don't send it to you, there was no way you were coming on. You just didn't like the fact that he didn't send you the link.
Yes, he's waiting for that. He's waiting.
It's like your grandmother's trying to make you feel guilty for not calling her.
Bro, it's like Dave. It's like why he goes to the VA. He just wants some attention.
I got to go to the doctor's in 5 minutes, so I got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah, we're at an hour anyway. We'll wrap it up. John, I want to thank you for stopping by and
you're welcome.
Giving us the update on the movie. If you want to check out John's review, where is that review that you wrote?
I actually wrote it for my Patreon viewers, but I can send it to anybody who wants it.
No, if people wanted to see it, they got to join your Patreon then. That's all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bodybuilding Legends.
Fair enough. All right. Well, John, am I going to see you in Pittsburgh? You going to Pittsburgh this year?
Yeah, I'm planning on it. Yeah, I want to.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So Jim Mannion show, obviously the Pittsburgh is coming up in May. They're giving away $100,000 first place. Derek Lunsford threw his hat into the ring recently, which he's going to try to do something that no other bodybuilder has ever done. Win 3 shows separated by, several months in the single year. He won the Arnold. I think he's going to win Pittsburgh. Can he then hold on to win the Olympia, get back his title? If he does it, I think we should rename it the Grand Slam of bodybuilding. What do you think?
Patrick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so.
The Olympia is early this year too.
In October,
When is it?
October at the resorts again in Las Vegas.
So will Nick have to? What shows are left for Nick to qualify if he doesn't win?
Well, if Nick doesn't win that, I mean, theoretically, Derek can go the week after and do New York Pro. I mean, he might as well.
Right.
Well. I mean, if he does both of those, Martin's already qualified because he beat C-Bum at the Prague in the last year. And, I would imagine that Good Vito is going to qualify at the Brazil show prior to the Pittsburgh. So the only guy who wouldn't have qualified would be Nick if he doesn't beat Derek or doesn't win that show. And Nick would have to go to he would have to go to Tampa or something like that. Or
you got the Cal Pro is a week after New York.
Oh, he can do that.
When's Texas, bro?
I mean, Nick could win everything. He could win Pittsburgh and New York. We don't know, but I'm just saying, if Derek jumping in there, it's going to be a very hard show to win.
It'll be interesting to see because he got a little heavier this year than he usually does. He doesn't keep that tight shape, so we'll see how it will.
I mean, if Derek looks anywhere near the way he looked in the Arnold, I don't think anyone's beating him.
Does Andrew have to requalify?
No way.
What?
No.
Does Andrew have to requalify?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing, I think, Texas again or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When's Texas? Okay, because he's won that twice.
Texas is over the summer. He might be doing Dubai too, because Dubai.
I got to do my taxes in another week or two.
They got Chicago too, right? Isn't that Chicago around July 4th?
I thought they got rid of Chicago.
They got rid of it. Okay.
There's like 5 chances, right? Are we looking at 5 chances all over the world, basically? To get
the thing is, Derek's Mr. Olympia, so he doesn't need to qualify. If he wins 2 or 3 shows prior to the Olympia, that's 3 spots he's taken up right there. That other guys don't got.
No, I'm not. Well, that's what I'm saying. So you got the Pittsburgh. You got what? You got the Chicago.
Why do you keep putting up that magazine dreams? Said you keep putting up magazine dreams.
This is the only real magazine dream, right?
There you go. Will Rory Liedermeyer make a comeback?
By the way, not only was Rory Liedermeyer a great bodybuilder, he was a master trainer. He trained like Rudy Hermosillo. I used to see little Rudy out there. John Aranita. I saw him train with him.
Aranita, yeah.
Bob Paris too. He trained Bob Paris for a while.
Yeah, I was. Rudy used to.
John, do you think that Rory will make a comeback?
I don't know. Maybe I'll go up against him at the Masters National.
There you go.
There you go.
Over 60. That's right.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind losing to Rory, though.
John,
if you beat him, though, imagine that. You could say beat Rory Liedermeyer.
John, I'm going in the Masters. I'm going in Master Baiters. I'm going in. And I will win.
There's the
put worms on the hook.
So we got the Cal after the Cal after the New York, and then
let me write all this down.
Legion Sports Fest at the end of May. Nevada. Then Toronto at the beginning. There's plenty of shows to qualify. They got the Alicante show in Spain, and then Dubai, which they're giving away a fortune over there in June.
Toronto,
there's a show in China this year. What? Wow. Maybe you should go to China. You can buy some Trenbolone over there when you're over there.
Yeah,
Italy,
you can.
Portugal.
You can buy Sucky Fucky for $5.
Oh, there's a Chicago Masters. There's a Masters in Chicago.
Tampa's still before.
Tampa, yeah.
That's some interesting stuff right there. But let me write all that.
So there's a lot of shows then, you know. So.
Yeah, there's still a lot of qualification spots.
Yeah.
Greg, you don't even know what you're looking at.
You ain't kidding. I don't want to look at that shit. That's some boring shit.
We know you don't like bodybuilding. That's great. We all
know.
No,
I love the sport. I like
Greg, by the way, Greg will be guest starring. Greg will be guest starring Mike O'Hearn.
Bodybuilding I love.
In the sequel to Magazine Dreams, it's going to be called Valentino's Dreams, and there might be a gay scene in there. If
dude, I like O'Hearn. He's
Mike dresses up in a wig, you know.
He's a good man.
Well, there you go. It's with O'Hearn.
One night at Twilo.
And on that note, guys, we're going to wrap up today. Thanks for joining us live. As always, thank you, John Hanson, and we will be back again next week. Stay tuned.
Peace.
Thank you, guys.